Doctors surround the bed. Flatline confirmed. The lead physician declares the Korean Mafia boss dead. As machines are unplugged and curtains pulled, one person doesn't move. The black night shift nurse. She feels his hand. It's still warm. Cliffhanger. Her fingers tighten around his wrist, and she feels something pulse once. The black nurse argues with the doctors. They say it's muscle reflex. She says it's not. Security warns her about who this man is. She stays anyway. She leans close and whispers, "If you can hear me, fight." Cliffhanger. The heart monitor, unplugged, flickers once. The monitor shows a weak rhythm. Irregular, fragile, but real. She freezes, staring at the tiny green spikes climbing the screen. Impossible. She checks his carotid artery. There it is. Faint. Fighting. Before she can call anyone back in, the ICU doors slide open. 3 men in black suits step inside. Silent. Cold. Watching. "We're here for the body," one says. She hesitates. Something about their tone feels wrong. Not grief, not shock, finality. One of them reaches toward the IV line, and she steps between them. "You need to leave," she says firmly, heart racing. The tallest man stares at her badge. "You're interfering with powerful matters." Behind her, the boss's breathing grows slightly deeper, on its own. The suited men exchange glances. One subtly adjusts something in his coat pocket. She realizes with a chill, they didn't come to mourn. They came to make sure he stays dead. Suddenly, his chest rises sharply. A long, shaky inhale fills the room. The men step back. He just breathed. Doctors rush back in, shocked by the monitor readings. "How is this possible?" one whispers. His heart rate stabilizes slowly, as if dragged back from the edge. The nurse grips his hand, speaking softly. "Stay with me. Don't let go." The machines beep louder now, stronger. The suited men quietly exit the room, making phone calls. At dawn, golden light creeps through the blinds. His eyelids tremble, then open. Cold, sharp, fully aware. The room goes silent as he scans the ceiling. Confusion fades quickly from his face. Awareness replaces it. He turns his head slowly toward the nurse still holding his hand. The doctors begin asking questions. He ignores them. His cracked lips part. A single whisper escapes. Her name. The room freezes. She never told him. Within hours, word spreads across the underworld. He survived. Rival factions that had already begun dividing his territory panic. Deals collapse. Alliances shift overnight. In his hospital room, his loyal men kneel beside the bed, relieved and terrified. He listens quietly as they update him. Then he raises a weak hand and points at the nurse standing by the door. "She stays," he says. "She is under my protection." Protection from him, or because of him. The hospital suddenly feels different. Strangers linger in hallways. Security cameras glitch near ICU room 7. A black sedan appears outside her apartment that night. When she gets home, there's an envelope taped to her door. Inside, a single photo of her walking into work. On the back, 3 words written in ink. "You chose wrong." Across the city, someone is furious he survived, and they know exactly who saved him.
Days later, he calls her into his room privately. His voice is stronger now. "The attack didn't come from rivals," he says quietly. "It came from inside. Someone in his inner circle poisoned him before the shooting even started." He watches her reaction carefully. "You brought me back," he continues. That night, gunshots erupt outside the hospital. Chaos explodes. Nurses scream. Glass shatters. She ducks behind a counter as masked men storm the entrance. They aren't here for him. They're here for her. Suddenly, strong arms pull her down behind a wall. It's him, barely recovered, force still in his arm. He steps in front of her just as a bullet tears through the hallway. He takes the hit. And as he collapses, he looks at her and whispers, "In my world. A life for a life." Fade to black. Blood spreads across his hospital gown as alarms scream through the hallway. Doctors drag him back toward surgery while armed men loyal to him flood the hospital entrance. She stands frozen, hands shaking, realizing something terrifying. The attackers didn't aim for the Mafia boss. They aimed at her. Inside the operating room, surgeons fight to stabilize him again. Outside, one of his captains whispers into a phone, "The traitor has revealed himself." Across town, a powerful underworld figure watches the chaos unfold on a security feed. And smiles. The name finally surfaces. It's his most trusted advisor, the man who handled finances, alliances, and internal discipline for years. A quiet strategist. Always calm. Always loyal. He had everything to gain if the boss stayed dead. Flashbacks reveal it all. The poison slipped into his drink weeks ago. The anonymous tip that led to the ambush. The suited men sent to collect the body. And now, because the nurse interfered, the plan failed. The advisor orders a citywide hunt. "Bring me the nurse alive," he says. When the boss wakes again, weaker but alive, he gives a single command. "Move her." Within hours, she's taken from her apartment and relocated to a guarded penthouse overlooking the city. She protests. She wants her normal life back. "You lost that the moment you saved me," he says quietly. From the balcony, she watches black cars racing through the streets below. His empire is mobilizing. This isn't just revenge anymore. It's war. And she's standing at the center of it. At midnight, explosions shake one of the traitors' warehouses near the docks. Flames light up the skyline. The boss, still injured, directs operations from a secure room, maps spread across a table, lieutenants awaiting orders. His voice is colder now. More dangerous. "No mercy," he says.
She watches the video in horror. "This is because of me," she whispers. The boss shakes his head. "No, this is because I trusted the wrong man." He makes a decision that shocks everyone. Instead of trading territory for the captain's lives, he launches a direct assault on the traitor's headquarters. His men hesitate. It's risky. Reckless. He doesn't care. "Anyone who threatens what's mine," he says, glancing at her, "pays in blood." Gunfire echoes through the city's financial district. Armored vehicles crash through steel gates. Windows shatter, sirens wail in the distance. Inside the traitor's tower, chaos erupts. The nurse watches live drone footage from the penthouse, heart pounding. For the first time, she sees the true scale of his power. This isn't street crime. It's a private army. Just as victory seems close, the screens cut to black. The traitor has countered. The penthouse doors explode inward. Masked men storm the room before security can react. She fights, but they overpower her. A black hood drops over her head. When it's removed, she's in a dark warehouse. The traitor steps forward slowly, clapping. "All of this," he says calmly, "because you couldn't let a dead man stay dead." He leans closer. "Now let's see if he chooses you over his empire." The traitor broadcasts a live message to the boss. On screen, she's tied to a chair, bruised but defiant. "You have 1 hour," the traitor says. "Step down and surrender control, or she dies." Silence fills the boss's war room. His men wait for orders. If he surrenders, everything he built collapses. If he refuses, she dies because of him. His jaw tightens. He picks up a weapon. "I'm coming myself." The warehouse doors blow open. Smoke fills the air as his men storm inside. Bullets fly, crates shatter. He walks straight through the chaos, ignoring the gunfire, eyes locked on the traitor. They stand face to face at last. "You were like a brother," the traitor says. "And you were a snake," the boss replies. A brutal fight erupts. No guns now. Just fists, rage, years of betrayal unleashed. She struggles against her restraints. And finally breaks free. The traitor grabs her at the last second, gun pressed to her head. "Drop it," he shouts. The boss doesn't hesitate. He lowers his weapon slowly, then says one word. "Now." A hidden sniper fires from the rooftop. The traitor collapses instantly. Silence. The war is over. But as police sirens approach in the distance, the nurse realizes something chilling. She can't go back to her old life. Not after this. The boss turns to her, blood on his hands, empire intact. "You saved me," he says quietly. "And now the world knows your face." Fade out.